Sit back and relax while we give you advice and tips on business matters and matters of the heart for busy executives. And now, Katrina and Edward. Hello, hello, hello. This is Katrina Brittingham, your navigator on your road to success. Dr. Love will not be joining me tonight. He had something else, a previous engagement. So it is just me. Hello. We are going to be continuing this series. We'll see if we can get through this today. It is automating your business and things you can do to automate your business. So we went through why automation is good for your business, how it can save you time and money by doing the repetitive steps that you need to do, and it frees you up to do some other things that you've been always wanting to do, but just not having the time. So it has the potential, automation does, to generate improvements across many aspects of your business. There are a few areas in particular that you can hone in on so you can have the most impact. So we are going to go through hopefully 13 areas today that will help you with automation and give you some advice on how to implement those things. Okay. So, number one is your hiring process. Some of us as small businesses have contractors, have um, employees. So, hiring new employees is a multi stage process that starts with posting a job description or posting a job or going to a recruiter to get specific candidates for the role that you want. And then you end up having your employee that you have hired through this process or employees fully onboarded to the company and ready to work. Many steps along the way can be automated to help ease this process. As we know, the job process, as far as the hunt on the employer side, is very pricey. Okay, so if you can automate some steps, save yourself some time, you can save yourself some money as well. Okay, it makes the process less time intensive as well. So you can get on to the business of doing your work. A human resources management system or a HRMS system is a valuable tool to help you automate your hiring process. Part of the broader set of the functionalities that you have for this, these systems will automate your candidate management process. It can reduce the work that comes with offering your candidates um, positions and setting them up and equipping them with the equipment that they need and the access to the systems that they need for the role that you have just hired them for. An HRMS system can enhance the overall candidate experience, and that in turn improves the reputation of your company and helps you to attract better candidates. So, some of the things that can be automated that most companies are using now, at least the larger ones are, is a system that reads your resume. Okay. Um, and because it's the time it is, I'm having a brain bubble what that is called. But basically, it is the process when they submit their resume on your website or portal, whatever Okay.
From one-on-one executive coaching, to our business building concierge service, Venture Ready helps entrepreneurs, startup executives and business owners build, scale, and run their businesses using techniques that support stability and long-term growth. Through the Career GPS radio show and High Tea with Me TV program, we promote smart business strategies for the real world. Then, in our one-on-one coaching programs, we help entrepreneurs go beyond the vision board to realize their big vision into a tangible business with a promising future. If you're waiting to feel legit, here's the thing: you have to legitimize yourself. It's time to stop treating your business like a hobby. Get real, it's your career. So let me ask you, are you venture ready?
Okay. All right. I apologize for the technical difficulties. All right. So we were talking about the HR systems. We were on number two, which is the employee analytics. All right. So the HR departments are charged with evaluating an employee's work and performance. So this data can be tracked, all the tasks that the employee is responsible for, and generate a ready to use report for managers and leaders. This will help them in the evaluation process. If, for example, employee turnover at a warehouse has become a usually high for the last 60, 90 days, 120 days, the company can use tools to pinpoint the specific problem, hopefully, from exit interview information and make better hiring decisions. It can also take a look at what the person is being evaluated against and also how they have performed. Okay. Number three is the transfer of files. So the days of moving files between different filing cabinets and walking over to them, um, and going to various departments with the, if you remember, if you're my age and you remember the time where they would have the inner office envelopes, that time is gone. Okay. So today's organizations, small and large, are digital. So you have digital file transfers, but not all of those transfer systems live up to the hype or the expectations. Using a platform like Google Docs or Dropbox comes with its own sets of challenges. Number one, you don't own the software. You have to pay for storage after you reach a certain limit. I know I have reached those limits on pretty much these services and some others. Um, you can have issues with managing those things or someone getting a hold of your stuff. When you have your own system, you can set up security. You won't have the issues with whether you have enough gigabytes of storage and things like that. So, using business automation systems can efficiently store your shared files. Sometimes you even have a problem with sharing files with the systems that I mentioned earlier because someone may not have Google Docs or Dropbox, for example. So they may not be able to access those when you try to share them. I've run into that problem myself in the past. All right. Sometimes you have the firewalls that they have with their organizations and companies um, with trying to transfer. Okay. So you can share files with your employees and also with customers and business partners and any other stakeholders that you might have through an automated file transfer protocol, which is FTP or SSH file transfer products that you have more security over. Moreover, if you're doing business with certain companies, they may require that you do that. If you are dealing with the government, they do require, they have their own electronic protocol systems. So having something like this can help you to be able to upload and download smoothly. It's housed securely at a specific location. All right. That'll be on your server or filing system electronically. Number four is that you have report generation and distribution. If spreadsheets and reports are the foundation of your daily operations, then automating a report to generate for you and distribute to who you need to have it distributed to will save your company time and money. So you can automate that. So if you do a report that is monthly or every week or even 5 days a week, you can automate that in and have those files automatically go to where it needs to go. All right, no fuss, no muss. You do, however, need to check because sometimes there could be an error that may happen with generating the file or the file itself, but you can always put processes in to find out what's going on and fix that and have it sent out. Just to let you know. This is just my years of dealing with this and also being in the IT time. Sometimes things do go wrong, just like something went wrong during this show. And you have to do what you need to do to fix it. But overall, it will save you time, and the technical difficulties are few and far in between. Okay. Businesses can use software to automatically distribute information, like I was saying before, daily or weekly, and the recipient can use it to review historical data, um, forecast future performance, and make better decisions. The software that you have, if you have this automated system, allows you to automatically um, generate reports at specific times every week, every quarter. We went through that before. The system can also trigger report generation by events or add what they call ad hoc reports, like a backlog of work that you may have, a product shortage that you might have if you are working in products. You can be equipped with these reports, so they can do your people can do their jobs and do their jobs better. It's little to no work, because it's just going to do the cycle until you program it to not do it anymore or you have to stop it. Even if you make edits to a report or whatever, or have to make some changes, you can make some quick changes and go on and have that done. Okay. Employees can be empowered to make decisions that benefit their departments through your reporting and as a company as a whole. And they'll just have access to it. They know they can go in there. If you program it for Mondays at 5 a.m., when they come into the job at 6, 7, 8, whatever their schedule is, the report is there for them to take a look at it so they can do what they need to do. This lets your managers and supervisors spend more time on core tasks and actually managing the staff, as opposed to having to gather and generate a report or even request a report because the report will already be there. Okay. You can have emails automated. Most times people spend a lot of time. I know even for myself, I still spend a lot of time doing emails, receiving emails, sifting through emails, replying to emails. Um, some of these are not relevant to your core functions. So you can have what they call the AI that will answer the questions, like the frequently asked questions. Um, you know, that'll save some time and some hassle where things that you know in your company that people generally tend to ask, you can have that answer and it'll automatically go to that person or answer them through chat or something like that, so you don't have to answer those repetitive questions. Okay. Um, Rather than manually handling every message, hits the inbox, employees can use automation to organize their daily emails. Now, you want these for repetitive things, not things that are emergency, or something that needs an immediate response from you, that you have to take time for. So, this will allow you to be able to sort through your emails. This automated system will, and be able to answer those emails, and then you can handle the things that you need to handle that is not the repetitive things. Okay. So, and then your customers are getting a quick and efficient response to those questions as well. All right. So, if you are in a business, so number 6 is claim processes. If you are in a business that processes claims, this could be any kind. This could be returns, this could be repairs, this could be um, even some complaints. Um, it's a lot, it's a big process. It can be frustrating for customers, it could be frustrating for employees. Um, there are some steps that can be automated that take some of the pressure off of both the customer and your employees and allow them to focus on certain things. So if you have a return and you have a return process, like a form or something like that, that can be automated and automatically sent to the client. If there's some steps that they have to do for return, you can automate that type of stuff and get them through the process a whole lot quicker. All right. You can even have the system generate return labels and things like that for people if they need to return. All right. Using technology like the robotic process, or what people call the bots or robots, can help speed up certain processes for yourself if you um, are doing things like that. So um, it can transmit data automatically versus having to look up things online for yourself, or have to call somebody to get that information or request information via email. Those things can be done by robot. Take out some steps in the process. So having an automated workflow for processes in your company, and other steps that you need to take in a process, can cut down time, of course, expenses and hassle out of your tasks. All right. So you have number seven. Going into number seven, it is accounting tasks. As we know, um, whether you're an accountant or whether you need to have accounting work done, we know that this is a time consuming, grueling process that takes a lot of manual steps generally, but you can automate some or all of the steps, and it could save you time, reduce errors that generally happen when you're doing manual work, and it can free up employees' time to focus on some other tasks that may need to be done. All right. So we talked about knowing the numbers, knowing finance and things like that. And so you do know those things, or can get to know those things. Contact me. I can help you out. All right. But if you take the accounts payable process, for example, um, about 55% of companies are still handling their accounts payable or AP processes manually. It's kind of hard to kind of let go of finances when it comes to automating, but this may be good for you to use an automated system for processing and payment of invoices. It saves you time, it saves you money to do it that way. It also reduces data errors and helps you prevent fraudulent activity through a system of touchless controls that happen behind the scenes. Okay. And we talked about sometime around on the show about having an automated processes for your invoices. This is pretty much the same situation, but you have it in a Power Pack system by automating multiple areas of your company. Okay. These combined functionalities will translate into important benefits for your company um, when you use a AP system. All right, the software helps companies reduce the amount of manual labor that it takes to process your invoices, which I mentioned before, manage any approvals that you may need to have to process payments. Many companies do have a dollar limit depending on your level, whether you're a manager, whether you're a director, so forth and so on. So it can manage that and be a gateway for that. All right. It will reduce the amount of labor that it takes to do these processes manually. Okay. By using a software solution for these tasks and other tasks, we always go back to the fact that it will simplify processes and the workload that goes with it or the workflow that goes with it. Number eight, some things that you can automate are meetings, managing your calendar. All right, so managing your calendar, setting up meetings, and organizing details of events are all activities that, in a traditional sense, has been handled manually by an employee, but a number of different platforms to help you automate can take the frustration out of having meetings with internal customers and external customer meetings. Okay. You know, some certain meetings, same thing, just with other things. You know, you're going to have a meeting every Monday at 12 o'clock to discuss the status of XYZ project. You can automate those meetings. All right. Um, you can also automate pre and post meeting logistics, getting a meeting room, having that meeting scheduled out, or if you're virtual, having that link um, there so you can have an alternative to the traditional calendar tools. Meeting automation platforms or maps can be used to support the meeting itself, improve the communication that you have with those who need to attend the meetings, um, improve the communication before, during, and after the meeting. This way, nobody misses a meeting. They um, forget a takeaway after the meeting. All right. And you can upscale or down scale according to the individual needs of your company. All right. Number nine is facility management. All right. So, managing your security if you have a business can be time consuming. Maintenance can be time consuming. You can automate that. Replacing leaky windows, repairing um, a hole in a wall or something like that, something that happened. All right. Or manual processes when you have people calling and emailing about those tasks and everything like that. So you can automate those processes. Um, where people are putting in the information in the system. It goes in, it can assign to different people, whoever is available, whoever has the expertise in that area. It speeds up the time frame for getting the services that are needed, and potentially can keep a situation from get going from bad to worse, and waiting in that time to get someone to come out. So you have a quicker reaction time. Okay. Um, you can do things to help you with audits, providing and maintaining an audit trail, customer service, the type of service that you need to have done, the type of machinery that needs to be replaced, um, to help keep you secure, things that need to be done in the winter, things that need to be done in the summer, routine maintenance that needs to be done, things that will keep you from liability. Um, so once alerted to an issue, the system will either manage the problem automatically or trigger alert to the facility manager, and all within minimal human intervention, which helps get things done in a more efficient manner. So this takes the guesswork out of managing the facility. Number 10 is communication, keeping your employees, your customers, and your business partners up to date on information is crucial to your business, but emailing, texting, or calling everyone to share this information is inefficient and time consuming. Automation can help by setting up repeated meeting reminders, which we mentioned before. So, this is all a part of communication. For example, the sales team can receive alerts for upcoming events without anyone having to send those reminders manually. The event pops up on their calendars, they accept or decline them, and the meeting leader has his or her attendee roster for the upcoming event. All of these things can be done automatically. Okay. So you have similar automation techniques that can be used when working with your potential customers or um, existing customers who should be receiving regular check ins from you, regular follow ups. All of that can be maintained in the automated system during the course of a month, a quarter, yearly reminders of certain things, events that you may have that. Um, you have them interested in. If you do like a yearly conference or something like that, you can have that automated to send out the emails to participants. Okay. You can do drip email campaigns. For instance, customers can stay in close contact with companies um, by having this message system in place. Okay. We are um, up in a time, so I'm just going to move to something else that I feel like is a big hot button issue. And one of the things is marketing. Um, this is a crucial task that you can have automated. Most people do automate through a what is called a CRM system, a customer relationship management system. But this um, can be done in a all-in-one package that you have. You can manage your leads. You can automate email blasts. We always talking about the emails because we do a lot of emailing when it comes to business. But again, here we go with emails. It helps the customer align the companies align better with campaigns to customers and potential customers that will focus on sales. Um, you have repeated sales, or you have the customers that you already have that you can continue to sell to, but also getting new sales and new clientele. With marketing automation tools, companies can track and monitor and nurture highly qualified leads, which we call warm leads, that are ready for sales representatives to reach out to them. This reduces some complexity of the lead conversion process and enables you to close a client faster, which means you get money in faster. When companies use marketing software, they also gain access to track and measure um, to reveal how they're doing over time, how they're converting leads, if they're converting leads, why they did was not able to close a sale, because those are things that are analyzed too. What can we do better? What did we miss that a client possibly went with another company? Um, and how can we keep that from happening again? With this type of automation, companies can simplify and optimize their workflows by reducing the human labor required with technology to improve the process. Business automation factors in key steps in a company's workflow makes the processes cheaper, faster, and less error prone for with human intervention. All right. So those are the steps to automating certain parts of your business. Now, you don't have to do all of them. You can do one, or you can do multiple. It really depends on what the need is for your individual company. All right. If you need help with identifying what areas you can automate, you can always reach out to me, your business consultant. All right. My number is 888-712-4956, or you can email me at info@ventureready.net. That's info@ventureready.net. Thank you so much for joining me for this series of automation. and I will see you next week. Bye bye. Thank you for joining us for another episode of High Tea with Me. To be a sponsor or a guest, contact us at info@ventureready.net. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time.